On to car number 2. Almost forgot to dispose of this. There's also a place at our recycling center that takes these. Okay. Time for the little car. Oh my God. Forgot. My wife gets in here. I can't fit. Ugh. And if that tube is flexible enough, I shouldn't have to remove it. Speaking of, I forgot to do that on the other one. I'm gonna have to tighten that up. It doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna change it anyway. A new one, different size. That's not the same. They gave me the wrong one at the Ford dealer. I'm gonna have to go back. So that one stays in here for now. Wasting my time. Disappointing. Strip. Oops. And front end accidents, because most of these newer SUVs, the reservoir for this is either just in front of or just behind the wheel well. And when you get in an accident, they break and it goes all over the road. Let me tighten up my air cleaner intake on the other vehicle before I forget. Not that that would have made too much of a difference if I had forgotten that headed down the road, but we want that to be airtight because it's an air cleaner, right? This one, the oil filler is much easier to find, because it's right there. It says 0W20, but you can still use 5W30. I'm gonna crawl under there and look at that oil filter and see if that's the same number. I'm gonna get a new piece of cardboard because I ruined the one that I was using, but it served its purpose. And since this is front wheel drive, the oil pan is much further forward. Oh, this one's got a beauty cover on it. There's the oil stuff. Okay, let's look at this oil filter and see if it's the same one. And what kind of oil cap is that? I'm gonna show you. Look at this thing. What is that? I never saw an oil cap like that. It looks like a quarter turn that stops there and then pops out. So before I try that, I think I'm gonna go get the oil pan and catch it, because if I'm right, I'm gonna get a face full of oil. I'm gonna predict it's still gonna run everywhere. I'm tired. Okay, we're gonna just double check the specifications for this Ford Escape. We're gonna put the oil plug back in. And then we're gonna drag this pan up. I'm gonna predict it's still gonna run everywhere. That's way too small. Well, that worked. That was on there much tighter than it had to be. 5 quarts. Oil caps on, dipsticks in, hood's closed. Carefully, carefully. Let it run for a minute. I'm going to check the oil level again. Let that settle for a minute. So it's got to be between those 2 dots. Okay, caps on, cap is on. Caps are on underneath, already verified that. Rod is stowed, hood is shut. And now I got to put my toys away. And I'm going to put this in the truck because I got to return it because it gave me the wrong one. I'm going to put that used oil up here for now until I get the recyclables and I can dump it. Oil filters used, put on here until I can get the recyclables and dump them. Clean up my oil spill on the table, throw away that rag, put away my socket set. Did I mention it's the best socket set in the world? It is. Maybe next week I'll go through all of my tools again. Gotta take inventory of what I got. That's all she wrote. 2 vehicles down. Had to fight a little bit for it, but it's done. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, if you like following along with oil changes and an almost 2 air filter change. Got one done. One was wrong. The dealership did that. Otherwise, thanks for following along. I think it's time for a beer.